Hello, everybody. I see my Jody's here. Mwah. Good to see you, Jody. Oh, so Isaac drove you out to the coast, ready to get cozy and watch the show. I'm so glad. I'm glad you're here, hon. And Miss Bonnie. I see Miss Bonnie. She's usually our first person here. Yes. Hello, Miss Bonnie. How are you, hon? Yes, I miss seeing Jody's smiling face too. I got to catch her on one of her whatnot sales, and I don't even remember what day it was. And I was like, you know what? She's on. I'm gonna see if I can get in there. Hopefully, I was still enough time to get in and see her, and I did. So I was able to see her, and that was nice. It was nice to see her, and that's good, Bonnie. I'm glad. It was good to see Jody, and then she looks good. Hope you're doing well, Jody. Hope all is well for you. So let's see. We'll give it some time for some folks to get in here. Miss Becky, as everyone probably knows, is traveling, so she won't be joining us tonight. She's got her shows going on, and I wasn't about to send her a link and say, hey, you want to come in? I'm not going to bother her. So that's why I just decided, hey, I'm just going to go solo tonight. And if she happens to pop in the chat, if she gets where she can, great. But I wasn't going to bother her. She's got a lot going on herself with her sales. And I don't even remember what all she had going on tonight, or this past weekend, I should say. I think she's traveling to, I don't know which show it is. I know she's going to be in Alabama the end of the month, towards the end of the month. So, but I know she has her lodge that she was doing and something else she was doing. Excuse me. So hopefully all is well with Becky and her husband. I know her husband was getting to go with her this time, so that's good. I thought that was great that he got to go. He doesn't get to go a lot because he's working his regular job. So when he gets time off, he can't go to everything, but I know he tries to go to some things with Becky. So Mr. Jeff and Becky, mwah, to both of you. So how was your weekend? Let's see. Let me make sure I haven't missed anybody. A lot of people behind the scenes. Y'all say hello. Let me know you're out there, if you would. Looks like we got 11. Also hit the thumbs up if you don't mind, please. I'm sure Becky, or not Becky, Bonnie. I'm sure Bonnie's already done that. She's real good. It's like several others have too. Today hello, Miss J. Martin. How are you, love? I don't think Becky's going to be here tonight because Becky's, she has a lot of shows she was doing this past week and weekend. So I believe this was the weekend she was traveling somewhere, but for the life of me, I can't remember which one. So I'm not sure she's going to be here. I didn't send her an invite tonight because I didn't want to disturb her because I know she's with her husband and he was getting to go with her this time, wherever it was she was going. I just don't remember. She's gone to so many places. I can't keep up with her. So as far as I know, no, she won't be joining us tonight, but welcome. I'm glad you're here. Today I was out in my yard. I haven't had a lot of time to actually work in my yard. So I try to do it in between rains and, whether it's not bitter cold, because we had some bitter cold temperature here for Georgia last week. So today was a beautiful day. And I was like, I'm going to try to get out here, get the rest of my tree cut, and I have a crepe myrtle in my front yard. And I wanted to trim it up. I like to trim it really low before winter sets in. So I went ahead and did that. I pretty well butcher it because I try to keep it small for me to be able to maintain it. It's got a nice big trunk on it now from over the years. I've been here, about 18 years, and I've been cutting this tree like this, and it's done so well, but it's where I can manage it. And I have to get up on a ladder sometimes for some of the bigger branches just because I need to get a bigger grip with the, whatever those things are called that you cut the branches with. I can't even think of it. Clippers, not clippers, something else. But anyhow, I worked out there on that. I got a lot of my clippings up and took it to the back. I have a woods in the back, and so I have a big pile out there of stuff that I have, trying to let it dry out so I can eventually burn it whenever we can get to a spot where we can burn. Oh yes, I'm always careful, Miss Bonnie. I try to be careful. Because, but when you're by yourself in a place, you have to take care of it. So, and I don't like to depend on my children or ask for a lot of help from them because they've got their own lives too. So I just work on it as I can. And I do pretty good maintaining it. So I was out there doing that today and put down another application to kill out weeds in my, flower beds and stuff like that. And in my backyard, there's a lot of pine trees here in Georgia. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard work doing it, but I've managed. I got it done. But thank you for your concern. But I was, Paula, I was raking with the leaves, trying to get up pine needles. That's what I was looking for, new ones that have fallen. And there was a lot in the backyard. So I was cleaning all of that up and putting it around some of my flower beds in the back. Hey, Linda. Good to see you, hon. Welcome, welcome. And I was doing that. And I did that till it got dark. So I had to stop. I'm just about got it finished. So I was doing all that for the backyard and working on that. So about got everything ready, shut down for, for winter. And didn't have to mow anymore. We had a pretty good frost here last week, one night. And so after that, it pretty well slowed things down as far as growing. So I don't think I'm going to have to mow anymore. If I do, it'd only be once. And I wouldn't have to do like a whole lot of mowing as far as getting it down low because it hasn't grown a lot. Hey, Delbert, good to see you. I've missed you being in our chat. So it's great that you're here. Great to see you. And say hello to everyone else in the chat. Everyone say hello to Delbert. Haven't seen Delbert in a little bit. I know he's a busy man himself. And let's see, who else? Okay, I haven't missed anybody. Good. Okay. So I was working in my yard today. That's what I was doing. Got that completely done for what I wanted to get done. I was happy to get it done. Yesterday, my granddaughter, she's a pitcher for a traveling team, softball. And she has an all-day tournament. She had it last weekend and she had it this past weekend. And they'll have it again. Their last one, as far as tournaments go, will be next weekend. So, and it's a full day event. I mean, they played 4 games. How far are you from Box Spring, Georgia? Box Spring. I'm not sure where Box Spring is. I am outside of Atlanta. I'm about, I'm going to say around 40 miles, if that, 32 maybe, 32 to 40 miles outside of Atlanta. But I'm not sure where Box Spring, Georgia is. I mean, is it near a bigger town? If you can tell me like something bigger, then I could probably give you an idea of where it is. Keep messing with my arm because I got cut myself today with a branch. So trying to make sure it isn't going to keep bleeding. Do they make mattresses there? In Box. Look at Delbert and his little sense of humor. Do they make box springs there? That's real funny. But yeah, Linda, let me know like what's a bigger town that Box Spring is close to. I mean, is that where you're from, or I'm not sure. So let me know. So anyhow, my granddaughter, they played 4 games yesterday. They would have played more had they won. It just keeps going until they exhaust up to 6 games. So 4 was the limit. And to be honest with you, I was glad. I was like, you know what? It's starting to get dark. It was starting to cool down. Now, yesterday was pretty hot. I mean, it's hot enough. I got a sunburn. And, but then when, that sun starts going down, it gets really chilly. It's just fall weather. And so I was kind of glad when the 4th game was over. I'm like, well, it'd been nice to see them win, of course, because you want to be supportive. But also I was ready to go home because that's a long day. I mean, they start pretty early. Luckily, this time they only started at 11 was, I think, the first game. Yeah, it was 11. And weekend before, the first game was 8 in the morning. I'm like, I'm not going to make it to that one. I'm going to try, but I knew I probably wouldn't, and I didn't. But so she does real well in that. She's a great pitcher, and she has a pitching coach. Her mom and dad, they pay for that for her to help her. And it's really made a world of difference for her. But you can tell that some kids, when they have talent, that they don't even realize how talented they are. But you can see it. But then when you get them somebody who can actually help them go further with that, then, it's great for them. Columbus, Georgia was the closest. My sister used to live there. Yeah. Now I know where Columbus is, and that is south of me. So, and that's a pretty good little piece away from me, from Atlanta. I would say a good hour and a half, if that gives you an idea time-wise. In extreme southwest Georgia. There you go. Thank you, Bonnie. In the southwest part of Georgia. So, yeah, okay. So, yeah, I don't know of that particular place. I know of Columbus. I do know of that. But, and I think they had a lot of homecomings going on this weekend here in the South. So I know a lot of that was going on last night. There was one thing that I had picked up this book, Getting Old. It's called Getting Old. Getting Old Still Ain't for Wimps. And I had read one story to you guys. Well, the person who had the wig, if you were here, you've seen it or heard it. Now, this next one that I have, it's not very long, so I'm just going to take and read it to you real quick. If you just indulge me a little bit, because I just think it's funny when we look at things as we are getting older that we can relate. This book was published it was first published in 1938. And this particular copy, the last time they published it was from Eugene, Oregon in 2006. So they've been publishing it all along. And this particular book it says, to my Olivian, something like that is the name. I'm blessed to have you for a Christian friend. And it signed Miss Joanne Moss, and it even has her phone number, which we won't read it out loud, which I thought was sweet. So she had gotten this for her friend. So this is called Tattoos 2. It says, Millie awoke from breast cancer surgery, groggy but grateful it was over and she was alive. The following day, Dr. Weston gave her the okay to leave the hospital. He scheduled her for the first of 28 radiation treatments to be given over the next several months. On the day of her first appointment, Millie felt like a biker in a tattoo parlor. The lab technician painted purple dots on the area of her breast to receive radiation. Don't wash them off. There was no mistaking her serious tone. This was, what they do. Hey, Geneva. Good to see you, hon. When you have, when they're going to do radiation, and those of you who's been through this, for especially breast cancer, I know I've been through it, they actually do a little tattoo dot of where they're going to actually aim the laser part to. And that way they can hit the target basically of the tumor that they're trying to shrink or deaden, whatever you want to call it. You usually have the, yes, Jeanette Jeanette knows, she says. Yes, me too, Jeanette. And I had stage 3 breast cancer. I'm a survivor of stage 3. And this being, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, thought it was good just to kind of bring this up. Let's see. Okay, this was an order Millie complied from this nurse technician. Months later, she walked into the lab smiling in relief. This was to be her last appointment. The lab technician once again dotted her breast with purple dye without asking permission. Keep these, she said, so we'll know where to apply treatment when you come back. When I come back, Millie didn't care for the certainty in Miss Gonzalez's voice. Not if you come back, but when. Millie made up her mind at that moment there would be no if or when. She had walked through the trauma holding on to the Lord, and she would keep going with his hand in hers and never look back. Today, after 12 years of being free of cancer, Millie looks at her breasts and chuckles. The teens in town have nothing on me, she boasts. I have my own tattoo. I just don't advertise them. So, which is so true. I still have mine. They just put a little blue dye underneath your skin. And basically there's 2 of them to where they can line up, wherever they're going to give you the radiation treatments. And that's what they go by. So it's something you always have. Me, I don't have any other tattoos. So yes, that is my only tattoo at this time in my life. Don't plan on getting any tattoos, but you never know. One day somebody might say, hey, you want to get a tattoo? And I'll go, sure, why not? Let's go get a tattoo. But I doubt it. Doubt I'll ever do that, but you never know. So those who have, if you haven't, if you're of the age to have a mammogram, make sure you do your mammograms like you're supposed to yearly, ladies. And don't skip them. I know they're not fun to do. And, it's nothing any of us look forward to, but it's something that you have to do, and it's important to do them. So I'm saying, please make sure you do those for your own self, your own self, for your family. You bulge your eyes out. I bawled my eyes out. Yeah. Yeah, it's it's quite an experience when you go through something like that, and you just kind of really at the end of it, you're just kind of grateful, and I felt very blessed and humbled that God allowed me to get through it and make it. So I had I don't even remember how many rounds of chemo. First, I had several months of that, and because they were trying to shrink the tumor first, and then after my last chemo treatment, then you go in and they go in and they tag you. Basically, they tag where the tumor is, if there's anything left of it, in order to help with the surgeon when it's time to do the surgery, and they take that out. Well, I still had mine in there. Mine was still there. That, the chemo didn't quite get rid of it. A lot of times they said you don't even find any, but that mine was still there because mine was a good size when they first started on it. It was the type of cancer, I had HER2 positive, and it's the type of cancer that is aggressive, but yet it's generally pretty easy to treat, they say. And so it shrunk as much as they could get it shrunk, and had surgery, got it taken out. Then I had to start immediately on radiation treatments, which basically burns the crap out of your skin because they're trying to get, kill any cells that might be left in there. Because when they took out my tumor, they also took out I want to say, I think it was 9 lymph nodes too. Because, they've got to make sure also that a lot of times it guides them as far as if there's still cells, cancer cells in the lymph nodes. Luckily for me, there was none. So like I said, I felt very blessed, very thankful that God allowed me to come through it. I know a lot of people who didn't come through it. I knew people that was going to treatments the same as me, and some of them didn't make it, or other types of cancers, not necessarily just breast cancer. One lady I knew had pancreatic cancer, which is the worst kind of cancer, in my opinion, you can get. And it's not treatable as far as curing. I never talk about it. You don't talk about it? I understand. I mean, I do. I will talk about it to people, and I think it's good to let other people know it's not quite as, it's not a scary situation. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, it's scary, but it's not like it's something I think you have to do. I mean, I've talked to other people, like in my family, that would say, well, if I have it, if I find out I got cancer, I'm not doing anything about it. Well, if you don't, then you die. That's all there is to it. And I told them that. If you decide not to, that's up to you. Everybody has their choice, but then you'll die because it'll kill you. Plain and simple. But if you have a chance, to do something about it, and you have a chance to survive, and I think you should take that chance, But like I said, everybody looks at things differently, and everyone has their own opinions. That's what I chose to do, and I made it. So, I understand, Jeanette. I'm sorry. Hopefully, they can get rid of that really quick and be done with it. Hopefully, that won't be anything serious or turn into anything serious. If it's a cyst, hopefully they can get rid of it and it'll be done. The sooner you treat things, as you know, the sooner you treat it, once they discover something, the higher your percentage of survival rate is. That's right. It's not quite the death sentence it used to be. Yep. You're right. It's not. They've come so far with medicine that, I mean, the survival rate is good if it's caught in time. Hey, Cindy. Good to see you, hon. If it's caught in time and you treat it and, you listen to your doctors and follow everything they tell you, then yes, your survival rate is much better. So, like I said, I know people who's had cancer, not necessarily just breast cancer, lung cancer. They didn't make it. They did everything they're supposed to do. Unfortunately, they didn't make it. My brother was one of those people. He had the aggressive form of lung cancer, and he did everything they told him to do. He did all the treatments. He did the radiation, and he didn't make it because it was the most aggressive type that you could get. And unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be for him to survive that. So it was pretty traumatic for him and the whole family, to be quite honest with you. Oh, wow. Really, Linda? I'm sorry. So sorry for that. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you lose, a family member to cancer, because it's just like, oh, I hate, I don't hate things, but cancer, I hate. Just from it, just it's so destructive. So it's horrible. And then what you have to go through to try to survive it is even something else. That's another whole realm, when you're trying to survive. So stomach cancer, wow. Yeah, I'm sorry, Linda. That's a horrible thing. I hate it. Like I said, that's one thing I can say I truly hate is cancer. And I don't hate anything, but that's one thing I can say I definitely hate. So now on to something else. This is kind of a funny story. Well, I thought it was kind of funny after it was all over with. I gotta find the photos. I had to take pictures of this to show you guys. Oh, what happened here? Hold on. What it was? I was working in my house, cleaning, picking up, and with the business we're all in, who's our resellers, you're constantly working in your items that you go and you either thrift or items you get from your antique store, wherever you may get them. You're always working on your stuff, I call it. And I was working on stuff in my house, and all of a sudden I see this thing run across my living room floor. And I say run as in this is where I see it going, just to getting it. And I'm like, what in the world is that? And there it is. Upon closer inspection, I have a lot of these little, what is it? The little lizards. They look like geckos to me. The tiny ones, you have anything from babies up to the bigger size. One of these things got in my house. Now, I don't bother them when they're outside. I let them live, don't bother them at all. But in my house is a little bit different story because, hey, this is where I live, and this is not big enough for both of us. And I couldn't have this thing running around all over the place because every time I turn around, it's scaring the crap out of me. Now, here is, I'm going to try to show this to you guys. Here's a picture of it, right? Not a real huge one, big enough to be a little nuisance in my house. He's the type that, they change colors. They usually, they camouflage to their environment. Of course, in here, you can't really do that. You're in a house. You're not in, you're not in grass. You're not in leaves. Well, this thing was running all over the place, and I was trying my best to get this thing without killing it. I didn't want to kill it, but I couldn't let it run through my house. Yeah, scary looking, very creepy looking. Yes, an alien, right? So me and this thing get into a big fight in my living room because he's running and I am trying to hit him. I was trying to just, kind of knock him out, basically, with my broom. I was chasing him with the broom, trying to just stun him long enough to get him scooped up onto a dustpan, and I was going to throw him outside. Well, that didn't work. I ended up having to beat the crap out of this thing to where I really think I beat him unconscious temporarily, because then I'm trying to get him up on the dustpan, and I was going to take a picture of him, as you've seen the picture I showed you. And that thing started moving again. And I was like, what the heck? So I'm like hurrying, took the picture, to the door, threw him outside. As soon as that thing landed around the bedding, he's like starting to come back to himself, He's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, he's awesome outside, Linda. He's not awesome in the house. So I'm like real paranoid now that I'm going to see these things, because there was quite a few of them this summer I noticed outside. Like I said, I don't bother them because I know they probably, do a lot of good outside too, as far as getting bugs and stuff that you don't want in your house. Spiders, I don't know what all they eat, but I'm just assuming that's what they eat. And I took and threw him out, and he hit that bed, and then boom, he wakes up and he starts moving, and I'm like, oh God, he wasn't even dead. I thought I killed him. I was hoping I just knocked him out. Better than a huge spider. Does not, right? Right, I agree. And then I got to thinking, how did it get into my house? That was my other thing. I did notice, if I open my door, my screen door, if I'm taking packages outside to set on my porch for the mail person to pick up. Usually, you have a group of them that you're doing at a time. You set them out, or I set them out on the porch. Then I set it up to where they're going to pick it up. And I thought, I'm wondering if maybe when I was doing that one day, That thing got in here, came inside. Hey, Lucinda. Good to see you, dear. I'm glad you're back. I hope the wedding went well. Hope everything turned out beautiful for your daughter. I believe it was your daughter. Oh, okay. I'm trying to get Roku to let me in on YouTube. All righty. Well, keep working at it. I'm sure you'll get there. Interesting. So I was thinking maybe it's because I had my screen door open, and because I left it open, I had propped it open so I could go in and out with the packages. It did. Stunning. Yes. Oh, awesome. Nice. And I think that's probably how it got in here. I'm thinking that it must have been out on the porch or something, or because I also noticed that it likes to climb around my my front porch on the like the awning and all that you have. You have your front porch and banister, and then you have the ceiling, and so I noticed that they like to go around through there, and I'm thinking they're trying to get bugs, whatever they're after. And I thought, it might have just been, it came running in. It just seen an opportunity and was like, hey, I'm going in here. Maybe I scared him or something. I don't know. But anyhow, I was glad to get it back out of the house. Funny little story. Just thought I'd share that with you guys. I thought it was funny. So I hope everyone's doing well. Lucinda, it's good to see you, hon. I hope you're doing well. I know I heard from Miss Sandy, and prayers to her and her father. She had to put her father in the hospital. And hey, Marianne, good to see you, hon. She had to put her father in the hospital, and in her, I think her rush when she came back home to grab some things to go back to the hospital, bless her heart, she fell off her porch, hit her face, and broke a bone in her face. I mean, my goodness. She had the huge bruise. I felt so sorry for her. I was like, oh my gosh, because I can imagine, when you're trying to take care of a parent and you're in a hurry. I've been there. I've done this. You're in a hurry and you're trying to hurry up and grab what you're supposed to get and get back out the door because you're trying to get back to them because you don't want to leave them alone. In her father's case, he had, and I hope this is okay to tell Sandy, if you're listening, but he had pneumonia in both lungs. So, that's not good. Hey, Miss Tricia, good to see you. Yeah, it was terrible. I was like, she sent me a picture, and I was like, oh my gosh, bless her heart. I mean, what a terrible thing. Hey, Becky's in the chat. Hello, my Becky. I hope you're doing well, dear. I told everyone that you probably wouldn't be in tonight, that you have a lot going on yourself as far as shows, and I know you was going to do some things at the lodge, all that stuff. So it's good to see you in the chat. Yeah, everyone say hello to Becky and Miss Tricia. Two fine ladies. Let's see. Yep, see, she's loading. So she's getting everything loaded, loaded, and reloaded again. Off to Alabama tomorrow. That's when she goes to Alabama. I knew it was coming up. I wasn't sure exactly when, but I knew you were going there soon. So she's headed there tomorrow. So safe travels for you and Mr. Jeff. Becky, be careful. Have a great time, of course. And I hope your shows go well. Hope you do well. So anyhow, but you missed Becky, I don't know if you was listening. I was talking about what got into my house. When I told you the story of the bats that I battled years ago in this old house that I lived in. This is a long time ago. And I battled bats that would come out at nighttime. My kids were little at this time. And this house was something I could afford. You'll understand why in a moment. But these bats were in the walls, and I had no idea until nighttime. All the lights are out. You start hearing this noise, and I'm like, what in the world? And gorgeous pictures uploaded in. Okay, I'm going to check it out. I will check it out later, Miss Lucinda, so I can look at the wedding pictures. So good. I'm glad it all went well. And these bats, I mean, I was killing these things, of course. There was no way I was going to try to do anything with them. They carry all kinds of diseases. It'll be a boring driving after the crazy. Yeah, I understand. But it'd be a change of pace for you. You can rest a little bit. Is it a Halloween story? That's funny. It should be, right? No, I've actually mentioned this before. I didn't go into a lot of detail because Becky's like, Paula, the people don't want to hear about you and your bats. But yeah, there was like these bats, honestly, that lived in the wall. And they would come out at nighttime. And they would come out in the rooms and fly around in our bedrooms, I'm talking about. Well, my kids were little. My kids were like, how old were they? 2 and 3 at the time. I had a girl and a boy at that time. And they were only like 13 weeks, not weeks, 13 months apart. And Becky's like, no. And yeah, it's going to be a quick story, Becky. So just plug your ears for a minute. But yeah, these things would come out at nighttime. And I was like, when they came out, I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot. I was scared to death they was going to bite one of my kids. That was my main thing. I was scared they was going to bite my kids. So you can't shoot them in the house, obviously. They are like mice, the tiniest crack. Apparently so, yeah. Yeah, see what happens when you're not here, Becky? To keep me under control, I start telling all kinds of stories. But these things came out, and I was ready for them. I was going to use a baseball bat. It wasn't wide enough as far as the bat part. So I had to use a broom to knock them out of the air. So what I did, when these came out, I shut my kids' bedroom to make sure they wouldn't go in their bedroom. All unleashed. That's real funny. That's funny, Becky. But yeah, I shut their bedroom door because I was like, I have to protect my kids. And I go to battle with these things. And I start knocking them out of the air. They'd hit the ground, and I was just killing them. Story time. That's right. Get your popcorn. I had to kill them. And you shrink. Uh-oh. Am I shrunk? Hold on. There we go. How's that, Becky? Is that better? Sorry, Becky. Usually Becky keeps me straight on that. Hey, angel girl. Who are you trying to kill now? That's funny. First, let me show you this picture since Becky and you are here. All right. You see that, Becky? Angel girl? This was in my house. And I had to go to battle with it. I didn't kill it. Though I thought I did. I was hoping I just knocked him unconscious. And yeah. Yeah, you seen it, right? It was in my house. Look. Reminds me of a gecko. Now, he's unconscious right there. But he started moving while I put him on this dustpan. He started moving, and I was like, oh, my God. So I snapped that picture, and out the door I went with him and threw him out into the flower bed. And I seen him hit, and all of a sudden, he's just like, he starts moving. I'm like, all I did was knock him out. Yeah. After the bat story. Yes. Yeah, now the bat story. Let me finish that. I was knocking these bats out, Every night I did this until I got all these things out of my house. There was a total of like 10 that was living in the walls in this house. This was an old house. And why did you stop to take a picture? I wanted you to see it, Becky. I wanted you to see this is the kind of stuff I deal with. All the time I'm dealing with something. At least it wasn't a snake. I was glad of that. Don't want no snake in the house. That would be, I'm just sorry. I'm going to have to shoot it because I don't know how else I would kill it. Why did I stop? I wanted you to see the picture of the lizard. So I took a picture, but when he started moving, I hurried up and got him out the door. I'll tell you that because I didn't want to, there was no way I wanted to go through this again with him. The bats, I killed the bats, plain and simple, slaughtered them. Am I in the middle of the jungle? Now, the bats story, that's when my children were little. And this was in the state of West Virginia. Okay, and this house I rented was an old farmhouse. Didn't pay a lot of rent for it because I couldn't afford a lot then for the place. And I worked and worked to get this place in tip-top shape before I even put my kids in there with me. Where's the picture of the bats? You're right, Bonnie. Had I had a camera, had I had a phone camera, I would have took the pictures. Right? Right. Oh, come on, Becky. But no, I'm not in the middle of the jungle. I'm in Georgia. And the lizards, though, live around outside, as you know, or they do here. I'm assuming that's other people's places, too, not just mine. Don't call my bats in. Oh, no. Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Lucinda. No, I won't call your bats in. Okay. We'll stop with the bat story. No more about the lizard. I didn't kill him. Just knocked him out. Oh, you don't do well with the creepy crawlies? Well, I mean, it's not like, I don't want to interact with them. It just seemed like for some reason, I don't know why I keep running into stuff. Now, like I said, the bats, that story was a long time ago. The lizard, very recent. Actually, a few weeks ago. But I don't want no snake in here. That's another thing I would not like. I could tell you another story. Won't. We're going to just leave it alone right there. We're going to move on. Don't like bugs, snakes, frogs, or Mother Nature mostly. Right? Georgia the jungle. Cute, Becky. Very cute. You got wildlife everywhere. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you do. Yep, it sure is. I even had a deer come right up out of the woods. It was still broad daylight. And the reason I seen it or heard it, actually I heard it first, because I heard a snorting. Deer will snort. And I heard it and I'm like, that sounds like a deer. Hadn't heard that in a long time. That was Jeff's contribution. Oh, gotcha. And I look out my window and I'm like, right there was plain as day, there was a doe deer, female, and she was going for my flowers. It's true, Cindy. It happened. And the thing is with bats, you got to knock them down, and you have to get on them quick, or they're up and going. And those are they are creepy looking. Up close, they're creepy looking. They just have this evil face. But I killed them. Yep, time to get started with the sale. There we go. But anyhow, the deer, it came up and it was wanting to eat. It went for the flowers. I didn't bother the deer. I let it do what it wanted to do because my flowers was getting older anyhow. It was time I'd be cutting them down anyhow. You have bears, deers, moose. Wow. Wild coyotes, foxes, and the kitchen sink, right? I have all of that but moose. Yep. I've seen the foxes, the coyotes, deer, bears. Haven't seen a bear now here close, which I hope I don't. I shouldn't see a bear here because I'm too close to, I mean, we've kind of like, if we did see a bear, that'd be highly unusual. Yes, they are, Lucinda. Yes, they are. You opened a window and let them out. Well, I would have done that, but these things, I mean, it's not like, if you do that to get rid of them, they didn't want to leave. They were coming from inside the walls. Hey, Aaron. Oh, wow. Right. Hey, Aaron, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. They rub their backs on telephone poles 150 feet away. Yeah, now that, I wouldn't want no bears close to me either, though I know, there's bears around, but there shouldn't be any here. I shouldn't see any here. That would be highly unusual. Right, Bonnie. You are correct. Okay. Let's get started. Let's start out with something. This here thing. This is beautiful. This is the words I have for this. I'll show you what it looks like in the box to start with. This is a mirror and comb set. Now, on these pieces, these are actually a peacock. Look at this. Absolutely a gorgeous piece. It's got rhinestones. It has enamel. This thing's beautiful. That's all I can say. Can't say it enough. Here is like there. I'll put the light on it. See how pretty that is? It's absolutely gorgeous. You turn it over and, of course, it's the mirror. But look. It's got rhinestones. This is the bottom of it. It's enameled. Now, with the mirror, you take and you can fold it up and it can set. You can use it to do your makeup. It sets flat, sets perfectly fine on this part of it. Now, I'm going to start this we're going to start it at 22 is what I'm going to start at. Hi, Fiona. Good to see you, hon. Now, this is the comb, and this is all metal, of course. Look at this. Let me show you this part here. Here's the peacock. And it's made to look like that's their tail, their feathers. And this is all enameled. I should have grabbed my black light because I believe this glows. Hold on 1 second. Hold, please. Well, darn. There it is. Okay, let me see. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm going to try to show you the glow. This is going to start at 22 for the set. This isn't doing it justice, I can tell you that. But, because it's a very bright green. Whoop. Do y'all see that? It's amazing. Yeah. And the same with the comb. There you go. That's good right there. You see how green that is? That's without it. Go back. Right there. So I'm going to put this in that is going to start at 22, the set. Starts at 22. Now make sure. This is put out by Sun World. That's the set. The length of it is shoot. Here it is. All right. It starts at, the mirror is 8.5 inches long. The comb is right at 7. This bends to where you can set it on the tabletop to use. This thing's in perfect shape. There's nothing missing on it. It's got all of its rhinestones. And it glows. And with Christmas starting up, yes, Lucinda, if you would love to mod, I would love to have you. Jody's in the chat. She came back. Oh, here she is. How did my nephew do driving? I bet he's doing great. Oh. Ooh, that white on there. It's bouncing off. There we go. It does glow. So it looks like with the peacocks. He avoided a deer. Good. Good. Thanks, Lucinda. I appreciate it. So I see Angel Girl at 22. That's a great gift. Or even for yourself. I have had this for a little bit. I kept it just because I think it's beautiful. And I was like, I love this thing. But as we know, I can't keep everything. The boys are pretty. I'll tell you that. So Angel Girl's at 22. Oh, get off of there. That's good, Jody. If he avoided a deer, then he did well. One set on eBay. Oh, cool. $35.99. Interesting. Yes, there's a cover. Yep. Yep. That's the box. It's a very pretty box, too. Look at that. Very designed. I like it. I like everything about this. I really do. It's absolutely nice. Thank you, Lucinda. Start counting it down for Miss Angel Girl. Hey, why is it when a person needs a pen, they never want to work? Is this a gift for someone, or are you keeping it for yourself, Angel Girl? Just because I'm nosy. That's all. I just wondered. And if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to say. But congratulations. That's a beautiful set, honestly. A gift for a dear friend. How nice. You're so sweet. All right, the next thing I have up, this is a hand carved. I'm going to show you all the sides. It's hand carved and it's painted. Let me see if I can set this a little different here. There we go. Oops, let me clear this. Let me clear it. Yeah. Now this is made in USSR. And when you open it, you see it has like a die that they put in it. You can tell it's all handmade. It's got this little hole right there it fits into. And the USSR is right there on the back. A stash box. Yep. Very much could be. Now I'm going to start this particular box. We're going to start it at 12 for this handmade box, stash box, if you will. Made in USSR. I'm going to give you the size on it. I'm going to have to put this around my neck or I'm going to lose it all night. So we're going to do that. This is why I keep it around my neck. Okay, this is 7 inches long, 4.5 wide, 2 inches deep. But look at the details. I mean, this takes talent, in my opinion, to do this. Every bit of it is hand carved. Here's the side. Here's the back. I don't know what kind of wood this is. I wish I knew, but I don't know what kind of wood it is. The bottom. And the USSR is right there. This is painted, carved and painted. Okay, see Angel Girl at 12. You better cut back to right. Yep. You could use it for that. I thought they did an excellent job on this, honestly. It's a very, very nice piece. Just the details of it is I thought it was pretty amazing. It's got to be some type of a softer type of wood for them to carve it like that, I would think. I don't know a lot about carving, but you would think it couldn't be a real hard wood, you know. So if you're interested, if anyone else is interested, jump in. If not, we're going to start to count it down for Miss Angel. In great shape. I wonder that too. Maybe it could be pine. You know, I'm just wondering what type of wood it is. Whatever it is, they did it well. Like I said, I don't really know a whole lot about carving, and all that stuff. So I don't know. I see we're doing the countdown. Going once, going twice. Congratulations, Miss Angel Girl. Okay. Now the next thing I have, this here is a collector's portfolio, is what's in this. Thank you, Miss Angel Girl. Let me clear this out. Now this is a nice piece, if I must say so myself. Now this is an actual collector. It's a Franklin Mint collector knife. Okay. Got its little tags, everything on it. Now this is, let's see. This precision collector knife is assembled by hand to the highest quality standards. To complete your collection of knives, please call. So you can actually call, I guess, and get more of them. Get more knives if you want. Yeah, I thought it was too, Angel. I'm glad you got it. Now this is, on this side, let me show you first though. Here is Dale Earnhardt, number 3. If you know anything about racing, he was killed in one of the races. Now on the back side here, let me see if I can probably see it better here. No, maybe not. This says, it says Franklin Mint collector knife is what it says, collector knife. This has got I'm going to open it up. It's got Dale Earnhardt signature on it. It's TFM stainless steel, whatever that means. I have no idea. NASCAR's on this side. But it's a collector piece, is what it is. We're going to start this at 15. If anyone's interested. Yeah, I liked him too. Hey, Edward. Good to see you. Glad you're here, hon. I'll give you a measurement on this in a second. It's not hurt any. Of course, no one's used it. No. I'll leave that open there for a second. The blade itself is right at 3 inches. The total length of the knife, handle and all, is right at 7. It's a stainless steel construction. Franklin Mint on the back. Dale Earnhardt on the front. Number 3 with his car. Signature is on the blade itself. I mean, not his real signature, but a signature of his, I'm sure. And on the portfolio paperwork, let's see what all's in here. I can show you real quick. So this starts at $15 if anyone's interested in it. Let's make a nice gift for someone if they're into NASCAR. And sealed up. Okay. It says, okay, Certificate of Authenticity, Dale Earnhardt Collector Knife. This is a certified that Dale Earnhardt Collector Knife is officially authorized by Dale Earnhardt Inc. and NASCAR. This magnificent knife features a stainless steel blade and is crafted in accordance with the Franklin Mint's high standards of artistic excellence. It is further certified that Dale Earnhardt Collector Knife is made available exclusively through the Franklin Mint. So there's your certificate of authenticity. Please exercise caution in removing and handling the knife. The edge of the blade and the point of your knife are sharp. It's important to use special caution when opening and closing. Fingerprints and smudges can be removed from the polished blade by gently wiping with a soft cloth. Please avoid the use of any kind of commercial cleaner or polish. And then the little Franklin Mint actual card. It says, thank you for acquiring this premier work of art from the Franklin Mint. We hope you find as much pleasure in owning it as we found in creating it. We appreciate the fact that you are a discerning collector and know the importance of a pleasurable collecting experience. So that comes with it also. So you get your certificate of authenticity, and then a little like welcome card from Franklin Mint. Yeah. Yep. Excellent gift for someone who, especially anyone who loved Dale Earnhardt. Such a sad thing when that happens to any of them. It's like you get to know them, watching them race and stuff if you're into racing. And then when something happens to them, it's just sad. It's kind of like a member of your family a lot of times, So it comes in this, the knife itself has its own little pouch that it comes in. And put it all back together. And it has the little Franklin Mint, of course, on here. So a little box that it's in. Barcode. All right. So if you're interested, let me know. If not, we're going to move on. Okay, good. All right. The next thing I have, this here is a set of CDs, and this is 6 decades of songwriters and singers. American Popular Song, Smithsonian Collection of Recordings. This is going to start at $12. I want to show you the inside of it. This is the book that comes with it. The Smithsonian Collection of Recordings, filled with a lot of information, a lot of pictures, and it talks basically about all the CDs that comes with it. Like Marion Harris, The Man I Love. And they tell you a little story about them, about each one of them. So I guess the singers. And actually there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 discs, 6 decades worth. Okay. This is disc 1, and it has Judy Garland, Joe Stafford, Frank Sinatra, Benny Goodman, Dick Haymes, Perry Como, Buddy Clark, Fred Astaire, Judy Garland, Jerry Southern, Mabel Mercer, Peggy Lee, Nat King Cole, Sarah Vaughan. It's got a lot of different artists and their songs. Show you the back of it. Yep, get the glare off of it. Kind of hard to read it, isn't it? So this starts at 12. Yep. 5 CDs. And that was disc number 3 that I just showed you. So this is disc 1. And this has Sophia Tucker, Bessie Smith, Billy Murray. That don't sound right. Grace Kearns and Reed Miller, Marion Harris, Fred and Adele Astaire, Mildred Bailey, Bing Crosby. Bing Crosby's got a lot of songs on this one. Fred Astaire, Helen Morgan. What artist does it start with and end with? Okay. It starts with Sophia Tucker. Okay. And it will end with Barbara Cook. So I hope that answers your question. Because I don't know if it does actually answer your question. Maybe I didn't understand your question. Let's see here. So these are CDs. Like this one. Well, I mean, it has several artists on one disc, though. That's why I was kind of reading them to you. Like, this starts with Sophia Tucker on song number 1. Is it all crooners or country or blues? Oh, gotcha. Okay, so this is going to be, it's a variety of type since it's 6 decades. This is going to have, it says American popular song. Let's see. Songwriters and singers. American songs. I mean, it's not blues. It's not country. I can tell you that. It's more of the, okay, like Lena Horne, Fred Astaire, Francis Langford. Some of the older type, Bing Crosby. So, you know, it's those type of singers. I don't know if it has, let's see. Barbara Cook, CD 5, she's on. Glad to Be Unhappy from 1936. 1940s, Elaine Stritch, Easy Street. Song about America Presley. Right? Dinah Shore. Something to Remember You By. Judy Garland, The Boy Next Door. Shirley Ross, It Never Entered My Mind. Judy Garland, Zine, Went the Strings. See? It tells you a little bit about each song and the artist. The book does. So it's a nice little collector set. All comes into this. Right, so I'm going to move on. If you're interested, let me know. That one started at 12 for that set. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure, too. I'm sure it is. Now, the next thing I have is, this is from Pandora. This is a Pandora box. And inside of it is I'm assuming a wedding bell is what I'm going to say it is. That's what it looks like to me. Pandora 2017. So it's not vintage, but it's a nice little piece. Got a nice little ring to it. Has its own little fancy box it comes in. This has, let's see, what is this? It's a little bag. Probably had, I'm going to guess, either a ring or a little necklace. Probably a ring in this little bag, because this wouldn't fit in it, obviously. See, compared to it. All right, this is going to start at 15 for the bell, for the Pandora. There's nothing wrong with this. There's no chips, no cracks. I'm sure it stayed right in this little box, little cushion box that it comes with. Got this little ribbon. This is the box. I'm sure that it's probably stayed right in there. Don't open it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Linda. That it's kind of like the real early stuff. Don't open Pandora box. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Y'all are just full of yourselves today. That's funny. Don't open it. That's right. The Pandora's box. And it just sits in here. It's nestled right into here. Did I give you a price on this? Yep, I did. 15. Okay. The bell itself is right at 3.5 inches long, 2 inches wide. So a nice little Pandora collector's piece, really. Because I'm sure there's more of these. But probably somebody got this, you know, for a wedding gift. Maybe. I'm guessing. That's probably what it is. Got the little snowflakes on the bell. It's got the little silver, gilded silver, not gold, like we're used to seeing. Even the little ribbon look-alike stuff. It's got it on there. Yep. Yeah, it's a sweet little item. So that's 15. If anyone's interested. Thank you, Lucinda. Yes, please hit the thumbs up if you don't mind. I'd appreciate it. Let's see. Let's do. All right, this next item I found. Yes, if you haven't, and if you're new to the channel by any chance, please subscribe. Okay, this is a Last Rites box. It's got Jesus on the cross, depicting Jesus on the cross. This is a trying to figure out what I think it's just doesn't feel like it's enamel, so I'm thinking it's more of a plastic. This it's pretty cool. Now in the Last Rites box, though, it does not have its candles. Whoop. Nor the holy water. It's just, this is just the box itself. So I'm assuming somebody took all that out, you know, and why they got rid of the box, I don't know. I have no idea why somebody would do that. So now let me show you the whole box. So see, that's where the candles would be, of course. Holy water, it's not in here. I don't know if it came with the, you know, rosary bead. If it did, that's gone. It did come with that. This is in good shape. It's got just a little bit of paint gone from the knee. Easy fix, though. think the rest of him's, that's the only thing I see on him that's just got little chip of gold off of there, gold marking. Now this, I'm going to start this at, we'll start it at 15 for this, for the box. Jesus on the cross with it. I'll give you a length. Is right at 12 inches long. And right at 7.5 wide. And the box itself is 1.5, almost 1.5 deep. So this would have been used for, you know, giving someone the last rites from a priest. Their last rites, you know, for before their death. Maybe it's someone sick. They may have been used in sickness, if they were sick, or whatever the case may be. It's a shame it didn't have all the contents. That would have been really, really a nice item to hold on to. It's got some nice markings on the end of it. There. It has oil for last rites and holy water. That's what it has. Okay. Cool. So this doesn't have that. So would have candles been in here too? Or no? Because I assumed there would be candles in it, but maybe not. Knowing it was... Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the box itself. It's not been misused or abused. I'm sure somebody just kept it, and then whoever got a hold of it decided they no longer wanted it, or maybe they just wanted what the contents was of it, if it had that. Possibly in a rosary. That's what I thought. A rosary should have been in it for sure. Yeah. Yeah, this one didn't either. This one didn't have nothing either in it. So just the box. But I still think the box itself is a statement piece. I mean, I just think I love the piece myself. That's why I picked it up. I was like, this is really, to me, a neat piece to have. Well, there's one little mark on the corner right there. Just now noticed it. You have your uncles. Nice. Yeah. And this one here, of course, got a spot where you can hang it on the wall. So yeah, it's a nice piece. So I'm going to set it aside. You can let me know if you're interested. All right. Up next. Oh, you have a candle inside yours. Cool. This is a Kate Spade. Kate Spade from New York. This is a makeup bag, I would say what it is. That's what I would call it. It's never been used. It's brand new. It's very pretty on the inside. This isn't showing it real well, but it's kind of like your Pride colors. This retailed at, well, they say $119. I have no idea if that's true or not true. Like I said, it's brand new. It's never been used. So if you're interested in it, we're going to start it out at, I did look it up. These do carry some value to them. I'm going to start it at 25, and that's a heck of a price. Even then, it's right at 11 inches long. 7 3/4 wide. And Get in there. 7 deep. It's nice though. It's nice. Like I said, it's never been used. Kate Spade. Be a great gift for someone. If you know someone who loves Kate Spade. Very soft leather. Of course, like I said, it's like to me, it's like the Pride colors. That's what it looks like to me. I'm not saying that's what it is. That's just what it looks like to me. Okay. Oh, Angel Girl's at 25. Yep. And that's a steal at 25. I guarantee it. This is like hands, I say hand sewn around the top of it. And it's very well made. And the inside of it, of course, is not damaged any. You've got your Kate Spade design on the inside. It says, made in the Philippines. It's got the serial number on the inside. It goes on this side. Down in there. There's no way I can show that to you. So that's why I'm just telling you what's in there. But like I said, this is perfect. Nothing wrong with it. It's never been used. Brand new. Very soft leather. I know a lot of her stuff does go pretty expensive. Oops. Out of the way there, tag. But look it up. See what's out there. I know the price I'm giving you is excellent price. It's got to be. I'm going to look it up myself just to see. Just to see what it is. Let's just look. Okay, get all that in the picture. Right there. All right. Yep. I just found a range from 57 and 80. 60, 78, 95. So yeah, this is a heck of a price. Kate Spade. So yes. Yeah. Yep, the color of the rainbow. Absolutely. Oh. Pebbled leather is what they're calling it. Pebbled leather. Huh. Nice. That's a very nice piece, guys. New with tags. Go ahead and start counting it down. If anyone's interested, bid now. And if not, Miss Angel, you're getting a heck of a deal. I could tell you that. So we're going to start it. Counting it down. Going once, going twice, I see. Sold to Angel Girl, 25. Congrats. With some nice items tonight. Angel sure does. Okay. Now next up is This is a pack. Let me clear this out. There we go. Get off of there. All right, this is a American dolls, classic American dolls, and these are a collection of 15 frameable large format postcards, plus 2 bonus cards picturing the complete collection. And this is from, I guess, official United States Postal Service, TM 1997, USPS, all rights reserved. Here is the postcards themselves. And yep, they're frameable. They're like a 5x7 for sure. I would guess that's what they are, but let's check it. Yep, 5x7s. So that's what these are. And we'll start these out at, let's start at $10. How about that? That way, if anyone's interested, you can get on it. Here's your postcard, and on the back of it, it talks about Classic American Dolls Collection, Martha Chase. These all cloth dolls were made by hand in a small factory. It tells you a little bit about this particular doll, is what it does. It's a postcard, frameable postcard. So they're 5x7 size compared to my head. Here is this. Is the Alabama baby Martha Chase. Ella Smith of Roanoke, Alabama, designed, let's see, Alabama baby in the early 1900s. A patent for her Alabama indestructible doll was granted in 1905. Here's this. And these have been kept in this packaging, so there's nothing hurt of these. And here's the second one of that. Was that the same as this one? Nope. It's the same one. So there's 2 of these. The next one is this. And this is Zana Walker, a Central Falls, Rhode Island, obtained a patent in 1873 for making oil-painted cloth dolls with molded features. Huh. Her dolls are highly prized by collectors. So, these particular dolls. How about that, huh? Interesting. There's this one. This is Maggie Mix-Up. 8-inch Maggie Mix-Up doll was produced in early 1960s. Alexander Doll Company was founded in 1923. So yeah. Now here's the cards. They talked about having 2 of these in there that shows you all of the dolls in this particular packet. I'm just going to go through. I'm not going to read every single one of them to you. Just wanted to give you an idea of kind of what is on each back. Look at this. This is cute. And these are immigrating to America at age 17. Albert Shoenut, the prolific inventor, eventually founded the largest toy company of its era. His all-wood perfection art dolls, patented in 1911, were jointed with metal springs and could be positioned in lifelike human poses. Right, Lucinda? That's the truth. Look at this. This is sweet. She's pretty. Pretty little doll. Betsy McCall. 20-inch all vinyl Betsy McCall was made by the American Character Doll Company in the 1960s. Betsy McCall first appeared as a paper doll in McCall's magazines in 1951. And this one is the American Child, designed by Deweese Cochran. We're just going to kind of go through these kind of quickly. Baby Coos cloth body doll was manufactured in the 30s by the Ideal Novelty and Toy Company. The head, arms, and legs were made of composition. This type of doll was a crier. Was enormously popular in the 30s and 40s. Huh. So this doll actually cried. Interesting. Right? Learn a lot. I think that's cute. Kind of looks like the Campbell Soup Kid. It's called Scoodles. Cameo Doll Company in the 20s. And here's this other one that it lists all of them. The American Dolls. Ludwig Greiner. That looks a lot like cloth bar. Leather arms was granted America's first doll head patent in 1858. Here is a Plains Indian. The beadwork and traditional tan leather clothing of this cloth doll indicates that it was made in the 20s. Here's the American classic doll, Raggedy Ann. This is Babyland Rag. Is an all-cloth doll produced by E.I. Horsman Company and painted features until 1907 when printed faces were introduced. And then you have the Colombian doll. So all of these are ephemera and doll collector gift. Absolutely. $10 for the whole packet. I thought was a great price for it. If you're interested in it, just let me know. We're going to move on. Let's see. Speaking of dolls, we'll just go right to this doll. She is the, this little dress she's got on. Now this looks like a lot of it was machine sewn. Some of it may have been hand sewn. Some of it has been, actually. You can kind of tell the difference, especially around like the belt and where they put the snaps on the back. This is a older doll. So she has her dress, and then she has a little petticoat. And she's got more cloth on. And then her little legs are ceramic. Her boots. You can see the front of it. This doll's going to start at $12. Got the little design on the part that's supposed to be part of the boot. And then the arms itself. Some kind of a, feels like it's ceramic. The arms. See? And of course the head is. Yep, this doll. It's a nice little doll. A lot of it's hand sewn or machine sewn on the clothes itself. Look at the, let's just open her dress up here. Oh, she's here is the back. Yep. See how she's made? She's got a, that's so cool how they do this. Look at that. Like a strap to strap the head on, I guess. And this feels like it's made of, it's a soft but hard type of material. I'm not going to take her apart. Get her back together. No, I'm not going to do that. But wow, how she's made is very cool. Somebody took a lot of time to make her clothes. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get her all fastened back up here so she can look presentable again. This one snapped her. But yeah, she's a nice little doll. She's a collector or an antique. Not necessarily a collector. Somebody might collect them. But she's a little antique doll. And if she's not, she's vintage for sure. If she's not, she might not be an antique actually. Because this is 2022, 1920. She could be. It's going to be close. So I'll just call her vintage. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, there's the bottom of her dress. Yeah, somebody took their time in making this, I can tell you that. Making the little clothes for it. I mean, gosh, that alone took some talent, huh? And time. Pretty cool. Hey, Tammy. Good to see you, hon. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. And I'll give you a length of her. She is going down to the end of her toes. Right at 9 inch. She's a 9-inch doll, we'll call her. So if you're interested, she starts at $25. And just put it in the chat. I'll put her aside. I've showed these for a few. I keep showing these, and that way, in case somebody wants them, they can get them. Miss Fiona got one set of these. These sets are $10. This is a made in Japan. It's a porcelain and iridized. These are so pretty. Colonial couple. This is the little cup that goes with it. Gold tone. It's got little gold even down the side of the cup. Right there. It's a nice little set. These are $10 for the set. I've still got 3 sets. So if anyone's interested, you can let me know. I won't spend a lot of time on those because I have showed them in the past. I think I might have showed this last week. Yeah, if they want to claim it, just put the teacup will work. So if they put teacup in, then I'll know you want a set. Yep. Okay. Yep, it's $10 to claim it. Yeah, I was just going to sell them at $10. I guess I should have made that clear when I was telling you. They didn't start at 10. They are 10. They're $10. So claim with teacup if you want one. Want a set of them. I had 2 extra saucers that went with them too. So I do have those also available. Now this is a blue and clear vase. This one vase it looks like. It's the bottom of it. It's got its little puntle. Nice and smooth. This is in great shape. There's no nicks, no cracks. This we're going to start at $15. Anyone's interested? I'll give you a size. is right at 11 3/4 tall. 4.5 is the widest. And from the back of the last finger back there, I call it, down to the front here, it's right at 5 inches. It's a nice vase. It is, it's not a light vase. It does have a little bit of weight to it, but you know, it's some thick glass. So this is why it's got a little bit of weight to it. You're probably looking at I'm gonna guess around 1.5, 2 pounds by the time I get it all wrapped up and boxed. It's a very pretty color. And it's more of a light teal blue. I don't know. It's kind of more blue to me than teal, actually. It's more of a, and what it's showing up here. Let me look on here. That's the color. I see Miss Geneva at 15. It's very pretty. It's got some, it's not going to fall over, that's for sure. You get some flowers put in this. It's going to hold them. It's going to hold them very well. Yeah, it's a very nice vase. So Geneva's at 15. If anyone else is interested, go ahead and bid. We're going to try to keep it moving. You can see how thick this glass is. So that's why it's got, you know, it's not, like I said, it's not no dainty little vase. It's a nice little heavy vase. I mean, even if you're just going to display it, it's beautiful. That's the back of it, if I didn't show you that already. It's just some clear, very clear. It's more of a bluish, light bluish, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Oh, you're watching and packing, Becky? Bless your heart. Oh, I see Miss J. Martin at 16. So we won't count it down yet, Miss Lucinda. Let's let them bid. I see Geneva at 17. Oh. Becky, I know you're going to be, like you said, it's going to be kind of boring for you once you get settled, huh? Once you stop packing. You start riding in a car. You might be a little bored. 18 for J. Martin. I see Geneva at 20. Oh, Geneva's at 20. And whenever you're decided that you're out, just let me know if you don't mind, please. I'd appreciate it. She's going to pass, okay. Miss J. Martin is out. Thank you, Lucinda. Thank both you ladies for your bids. It's a nice vase. I can tell you that. Very nice, Miss Geneva. Congratulations. It's a nice piece. All right. All right, next up, these are lilacs in this little perfumey-like bottle. This was made in England. It's got a, it says a luxury range of fragrance bath oil. Add a few drops of oil to your bath or directly onto your skin for a smooth, moisturizing effect. Rinse bath after use. Probably because it would be so oily. That's another language. So yeah, it tells you here it is lilac and it's made in England. We're going to start this. We'll just do a straight claim on this. We'll just do a straight claim of $8 if anyone's interested in it. I'll give you a size here on it. That's what it looks like on the inside. Got a cool little top to it. Oh, okay. This covers an actual cork. That's what it is. There's a cork under that. You know, this here on top, this actually has a glow to it. I don't know how old this thing is, but it's actually glowing. Glows a green. That's pretty cool. I guess it's kind of an off yellow is what it is. It's lilacs. And it's a fragrance bath oil. That's what it is. Like these are, like they had some little lilacs there. It's kind of dried. It's on the outside of it. Okay. You want this, Geneva? Okay, you got it. So this goes to Geneva because it was a straight claim. It's $8. Mark that. I'll put this on your same little sticky note. There we go. Okay. This here is a ginger jar. It's a pretty good size one. Show you this. It's pretty. Got the gold gilt at the top. Looks like this is, I don't think that's, it's just a transfer on there. We'll start this at 10 if anyone's interested in it. This nice ginger jar. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I'd be surprised if it was even used. It's made in Japan. Right there. I'll give you a measurement on it. This is right at 9 inches tall with the lid. Ooh. Let me take that off there. I'm afraid I'm going to break it. It's perfect. Nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I'd be surprised if anybody even used it because it sure is awful clean on the inside. So $10 for the ginger jar. That's the start on it. If you're interested, bid now. It's got gold around the lid too. Gold markings. Gold tone. Not real gold. perfect. It's just a $10. I'm going to set it to the side. Now, this is another vase that I had found. I thought this thing was just gorgeous. It's got some weight to it. It's not a flimsy little vase. It's got cut flowers into it, etched into it. It's got the edging all the way down through it, the stripes. It's the bottom of it. This is the top. It looks like it's just been kind of cut off straight. It does look like some places are a little thicker and thinner than others at the top here. This here's going to start at, we'll start at 12 for the space. I'm not sure who makes this. Oh, actually, I do know. What am I talking about? Right here's the sticker on it. It says made in Romania. Right there. But as far as who made it, I don't know. But it was made in Romania. And it's got the etched flowers all the way around it. It's very pretty. And it's not flimsy. It's got a little weight to it. Yep, starts at 12. The height on this one, did I tell you that already? I might have. I don't remember. I'm going to tell you again. If not, it's right at 9 1/4, we're going to say. And opening at the top is right at 3.5. You can see how thick this is on the bottom. It's another, it's a substantial type. It's Romania. It's very pretty. When I found it, I was like, gosh, this thing is just lovely. I think it is. Just a lovely little piece. See, they did the etching of it all the way down. Oh, going the wrong way, Paula. All the way down at the bottom. And the flower stems. And it's all the way around it. Yeah, it's a nice vase. So it's $12 if anyone's interested. I'm going to set it aside. All right. All right, next up, this is a marigold coloring, carnival glass. Here's the bottom of it. This has got, it's flowers is what it is. It's floral. Let's see it there. There's a good shot of it. That's what it looks like all the way around it. It's a very pretty bowl. It's been used. So this is an older piece, I would guess. But, this is back, I think, when they used what they bought, what they acquired. This is a ruffled type. It's 9.5 inches is the circumference on it. That's the bottom on the outside. And then this is on the inside. So right here is a little thin on the carnival. I just think it's from wear, nothing else. Just from wear of it. Like I said, because it was used. It's a pretty bowl. And this is going to start at, we'll start it at 14 for this one. That's what it looks like. all the way around. There's no chips, no cracks in it. Like I said, it's got a little bit of wear on the bottom inside here. And I just think that's because, this is what they bought it to use it. How old this is, I have no idea though. That I don't know. It's a nice piece. Iris and herringbone pattern. Ah, that's what it is. Thank you. Thank you, Becky. Now, would this be, is this is not a Fenton piece though, is it? We'll watch the rest later. Okay. Okay, Miss Fiona. Yeah, I guess it's possible, but I don't know. Iris and herringbone. That's what it's called. Good night, Fiona. See you later. Don't know the year, not Fenton. Okay. I didn't think it was Fenton, but I thought, well, I better ask. Just in case. Yeah, I don't know the year of it either. It's pretty, though. It's a pretty bowl. There's a little scratch right there on it. And I see. Just happened to see it there when I was twirling it. Right there, there's a little scratch. Yeah. Right there. Where my fingernail is. There's no way I can show it to you, but it's there. All right, so I'm going to set this one aside. If you're interested in it, you can let me know. All right. Okay, up next is these are champagne glasses. They call fluted champagne glasses with the cobalt blue at the bottom. I have a set of 8 of these. I'm going to try to sell these. Let's see. We'll sell them. I'm trying to think. Here's the best way to do this. The set is 8. So usually it's the bigger sets that people want. But what I'm going to do, I'll break them up into 4 in a set. Good night, Miss Linda. Thanks for coming. So we'll do a set of 4 for $32. That's what we'll do on these champagne glasses. And I can't remember if I checked the glow on these. No, they don't glow. So a set of 4 is $32. I'll just sell a straight price on them. So the length of these, including the stem, is right at 9.5 tall. Yep, 2 sets available, exactly. And it is cobalt blue. Let's hold it like that. Here's the bottom of them. Each one of them are like this. These are pretty. Very pretty. These are all one. I was checking this to see. It's cool how I don't know if you can see that down in there like I see it. There we go. You can see kind of like the wave of glass all the way through there. And the clear part. See the rings in it. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Yep. So these are 32 for the set of 4. You can let me know in the chat if you're interested in them. This is another vase. This is a McCoy. It's the Floraline. Floraline, yes, Floraline. USA 403. It's that real smooth satin feel to it. I can't show you what it looks like down in there, but it looks really good because it's not going to show up too black. This here we will start at 12 if anyone's interested. This is nice though. No chips, no cracks. Length of this is, I think I showed this last week or week before. Right at 8 and, let's see, 8.5. Almost 8 3/4 is the length. The opening is right at 2 1/4. So it's McCoy. It's the satin feel to it. It's a ivory color. You can tell, it's, if you look at the, I don't know if I can show that. It's real thicker through here than it is through here than when they made it. So this side's a little thicker up here at the top than this side. They did a great job on it though. That's the bottom. Floraline USA 403. So that's going to be 12. Okay, let's see. I have some Christmas salt and pepper shakers. I've got a set of, let's see, what is this? This is the Bluebird of Happiness salt and pepper shaker set. Now they're calling this the Bluebird of Happiness, and you'll see why here in a moment. It's not the type of Bluebird of Happiness we're used to. But you see it has the little bird, little bluebird. Now this is the snowman. And then the little bluebird up here on Santa. So that's why they're calling it the Bluebird of Happiness. Got his little sack of toys with the little dolly sticking out. These are 2002 Deborah Jordan Bryan, I guess is the person who designed them, I'm assuming. Made in China. And one has 3 holes, one has 2, depending on what you want a lot more of, whether it's salt or pepper. I'm more of a pepper person than I am a salt person. There you go. That's a set of salt and pepper shakers. We'll start these at, let's start them at, how about $8 for these? I think it's a good price. If anyone's interested in them. Oops, let me give you a quick measurement on them. 4 inches tall is what these are. And these are Scott's Collectibles Bluebird of Happiness Salt and Pepper. So I don't know who the Deborah person is. I have no idea. Put them back in there carefully. I want to break off the little bluebird, for heaven's sakes. There we go. Yep, $8 for it. Comes in its own little gift box. Thanks, Lucinda. Yeah, I've got I see Miss J. Martin at 8. I have a lot of Christmas items that I could actually do Christmas shows with. And I say that Christmas items, meaning a lot of the stuff is brand new. Not necessarily vintage, but like new for gifts, really. A lot of kids' toys. I've got a lot of that. I have a large inventory of that kind of stuff. But a lot of stuff for men, women, and children. So I may try to come up with a few Christmas shows just with stuff you can buy to Christmas gift to someone. And this is a cute little set, actually. I have another salt and pepper set. We'll get through this one first. Beginning of November. That's what I was thinking about. Doing one in beginning of November, because now we're coming up to the end of October. So it's time to really start putting out the Christmas items. So that's why I was thinking to do a Christmas show to where people can buy the items if they want for Christmas gifts. Because like I said, a lot of the stuff I have is new. This would be Miss J. Martin, correct? Yes. J. Martin. Going once, going twice. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Lucinda. I think that's what I'm going to do. Thank you, Miss J. Martin. You got those for 8. All right, these, I think I've showed you all these before, but I'll show you again. I can take them out of the packaging. These are the Christmas gifts salt and pepper set. Well, I can get my fingers to work. I'm glad you like those, Miss J. Martin. Those are a nice set. I liked those when I found them. And these are Christmas presents looking. Now this is the green one, and then the other one is red. It's got red, white, and green. And there's 3 holes in this at the top. And this one has the 2 holes. These 2 are going to be, we'll start these at 8 also for these. Nothing wrong with them. I'm sure they're all of this kind of stuff set in the box, unless they used it for a season, and that's probably it. These are right at 3 inches tall. Yeah, all these have their boxes. So I'm sure when they bought this stuff, they just left it in the packaging. That's what I would do. It's like you use it for, during the season, and then you put it up. You just pack it away until next season. So these are $8 for this set also. That's for the Christmas gifts. Salt and pepper shaker. And then the other set I have, this is the last set. These are cute. I'll show you the box first. Here's what they look like. Frosty and his woman. These are salt and pepper shakers. These are so cute though. Wait till you see these. Here's what they look at. See, the picture itself just don't do it justice like this does. And it's like got the course. They made it look like snow. These are cute. Not sure if they just got a little black on there. Guess so. That's him. Little Frosty. And then this is the Mrs. Frosty. Got the same type of bisque style. Made to look like snow. The little scarf. She does have a mouth, but it looks like it's not been painted. So you see how it's got a little smile there. Nobody painted it. Of course, this isn't painted either. But I'd put a little smile on it. That's what I would do. All right, so one's got the 2-hole. One has the 3. She's made to look like she's got snow all over her little bonnet. So this set 2 is $8. I'll wrap these back up. If anyone's interested, let me know. There's the box for them. Here. Yep. Okay, I was just catching up on the chat there. So $8 for either set. Okay. Now, something I found that I was excited about because I never see these. And I was just so excited that I found it. This is the little dresser caddy. Generally used for the men. It's the, this is put out by Fine Entertainment, Inc. 1956. I don't know the proper name of this. I can't remember it. But this is immaculate. It is in excellent shape. I'm going to look this up real quick, see if I can get the right. I'm freezing. It's supposed to get down to 38 tonight, and I'm too lazy to start a fire. Need to grab an extra blanket. Yeah, go ahead. If you need to start your fire, go ahead, hon. I understand. You don't want to freeze to death. Let me look him up real quick. He is the, I'm looking for the name of him. Modern Kangaroo, Ceramic Kangaroo, 1950s. Vintage Pulp. Wait a minute. 1950s. Vintage Pulp Fiction Boxing. Yeah. Boxing Kangaroo. Kangaroo watch, wallet, change holder. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I guess there's no, I thought that besides bedside table on the kangaroo. Don't forget my. Anyhow, generally these are used for men. Kangaroo vanity watch holder. Yeah. You can put your, like the wallet goes in here. And watch. Let's see, it's a wallet, watch, and I believe you can put the eyeglasses on here, right? Something like that. This is the 1956. There's the name of it. Fine Entertainment, Inc. 1956, USA. Like I said, it's in excellent shape. We're going to start this out at 35. Oops, let me clear this. No, it takes a couple hours to heat up. Oh, wow. Oh, Lord. Sounds like I'm not starting no fire. Yep, grab your blanket. Yep, or a vanity for your dresser. And this thing, like I said, it's in excellent shape. If it was used, I would be surprised. There's only one little mark right here that's missing just a little piece of paint right there. But that's easy. That's an easy fix right there. And I see one on his toe. Same thing, right? Yeah, right there. Just a little speck. I'm just trying to point out everything to you so you know. His face, tail, all of that's excellent. His little boxing gloves. Side. Yeah, start this one is a start of 35, hon. 35 on this one. But he's great. He's got a little bit of crazing on the back of him. Just a little. Nothing bad. I mean, for the age, this thing is immaculate. It truly is. But I'm, like I said, I'm just trying to show you everything. If I can even pick it up. No. Nope, it's not going to pick it up. There is some crazing on the back. Just a little bit. Goodness. So this starts at 35. Let me put that in here. Vanity starts at 35. Didn't I make you a mod, Miss Lucinda? I thought for sure I did. I was just looking at it. Doesn't look like you are. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. Goodness. That hit me all at one time. Let's see here. Yeah. See if I can do this real fast while she's getting her blanket. While she's getting her blanket. Whoops. There we go. Oh, I did. Okay, she is. Why does it not look like she is on here? She is. Okay. So she is one. Good. That's funny. It doesn't show it on my laptop, but it shows it on my... All right. So if anyone's interested, this starts at 35 for the vanity. It's a dresser caddy, generally used for men. This particular one is. This is in excellent shape, 1956. Right there, USA. Fine Entertainment Inc. So if you're interested in it, you can let me know. Set this over here. All right, I have some vinyl records that I'm going to sell. I don't know anything about them. These were actually shipped to me in air. I tried to get the person who shipped them to take them back or give me a label, and I was going to send them to them. They wouldn't do it. So I've held these all summer. So I'm not holding them any longer. I'm going to sell them. Now, like I said, I don't know a lot about these. I know what they have marked on them, but I don't know that they're worth these or not. This is by, we're going to start these. I'm probably just going to sell the whole lot unless somebody just says, hey, I want one particular one, Paula. This is Bread, Guitar Man. They had a price on it from this booth of $20. I have no idea what these are worth, if anything. It's from 1972. These are vinyl records. Let me see. There we go. Guitar Man. I got a little bit of dust on them. Goodness. Welcome to the music. The Guitar Man, Make It By Yourself, Aubrey, Fancy Dancer, Sweet Surrender. Yeah, like I said, I know nothing about these. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you what they are, and I'm going to start a bid on them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 vinyl records. Yep. These are what they call the 33s. Those of us who are old enough to know. Back when you had a record player, you had like the 45s, which was the smaller ones, or the 33s, which was the larger ones. These are the 33s. I don't know anything about these artists. I'm just going to read them, and if you recognize it, that's great. This is by Bread, Guitar Man. That's one of them. How many did I say there was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 records. Is that what I said? 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll start these. Let's start them at $10. You're going to get them all. This is You're a Big Boy Now, The Lovin' Spoonful. Darling, Be Home Soon. This is these are older records now. Like I said, I don't really know anything about these. If I did, I would let you know, hey, yeah, I know something about them, but honestly, I don't. Looking for a date on this, but you can tell it's probably late 60s, early 70s. This is the Lovin' Spoonful, Kama Satra, exclusively distributed by MGM. I'm just looking for a date. And I don't have one. But that's my guess of them. 60s, 70s, early 70s, one or the other. Late 60s, early 70s. So you're getting them all. For 10. Here's Tom Rush. Maybe someone knows that person. This says 17 minutes, 47 seconds, taped $9.95. 17 minutes, 30 seconds, taped. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I have no idea what that means. That's somebody wrote that on there. You can't tell a book by the cover. Love's made a fool of you. Too much monkey business. Money, honey. On the road again. Tom Rush. If you know anything about Tom Rush, maybe he's a good singer. Have no idea. Don't know nothing about him. That's him right there. Early 60s. Okay. Robert Goulet, Begin to Love. Still got the plastic on his little vinyl. In the Still of the Night, As Time Goes By. Today, Smile, Real Live Girl, Long Ago and Far Away. Time After Time, Begin to Love. The More I See of Mimi. With These Hands, I Never Got to Paris. The Fall of Love. And anybody know anything about him? It seems like I've heard his name before. Robert Goulet. I don't know why, but it sounds familiar. The name does. Now here is Kitty Wells. Her I know of. Kitty's Choice. Beautiful Brown Eyes. Tennessee Waltz. Half as Much. Jambalaya. She's more of a country. She is a country singer. This is by Decca Records. Long Play 33.5. Kitty Wells. Sugar Time. Dark Moon. Your Cheating Heart. Oh yeah, that's a 7 Lovely Lonely Days. Half as Much. Beautiful Brown Eyes. Jambalaya. Jealous Heart. When the Moon Comes Over the Mountain. Tennessee Waltz. And My Happiness. And then the last one is Hillbilly Heaven, Tex Ritter. He's got a whole bunch of these. How are the vinyls themselves? Are they scratched? Well, that's a good question. Let me look. Like on Mr. Tex Ritter? No. His vinyl looks real good. So this is his. He's country for sure. Let's check Kitty Wells. I mean, there's little scuffs, but nothing as far as I call a scratch, to where it would like skip. So far, these two are good. Let's check his. This is Robert Goulet. Let's see what his is. Oh, it is dirty more than anything. Yeah. Yep, his looks good too. Probably because, you never know who actually played these, whether or not they took care of them or not. He's got more scuffs on his record. Now, this is probably a scratch right here on this Tom Rush. He's got a scratch on the one side. It's not real long, but covers that one first song. You can't tell a book by the cover, at least in that one little spot there. Right there. I don't know if you can be able to see it. No, you're not going to be able to see it. There's a little scratch right there on his. And then on whoever these people were, I forgot now what I said it was. Whoop. Kama Sutra. No idea. Darling, Be Home Soon. Dixieland, Big Boy. Letter to Barbara. Barbara's Theme. Yeah, his record looks good. They got some dust on them. And then Breadman. Let's check him. No, it looks good. This looks good too. So I would say all of them are fine. Yeah. Sutra, Karma Sutra. Yep, that's it. Them. Yep, it's making a big comeback. I know, I've heard that too. Sound is different than a clean mastered CD. This is true. So true. I know, gosh. That's all you used to have was, back when we were growing up, was records. You didn't have records. And then I remember when 8-track tapes came out. Katie of Vintage Vinyl would know about. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, when 8-tracks came out, that was the thing then, if you remember. Gosh, I'm used to big old clunky 8-tracks. And even they were different than records. Just the sound. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on because I've wasted a lot of time right there, didn't I? Let's see. Let's see. Let me see what kind of jewelry is in this here. That's cute. I do have let me show y'all this piece real quick since I've got it ready. This is a Betsy Ross, actually. Oh, stay there. This is a skull with rhinestones. It's got all of its rhinestones. He's even smiling in it. Usually Betsy Ross's pieces aren't like this. So I'm not sure how old this one is. There's her tag. Oops. That's the name. Opala. My finger's working here. There. Betsy Ross. Not Betsy Ross. Betsy Johnson. Betsy Ross, rest in peace. Right there. Betsy Johnson. Is the skull necklace with the smiling skeleton. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool piece. Chain itself. Kind of thick. And this seemed like more of a choker style than a necklace. I mean, you could make it. Yeah, I mean, that's right there. So, yeah, it's a pretty good, it's a substantial piece. Pretty nice. I don't know what kind of stone that is. It does change it. It's got the little hearts all the way around. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool piece. So Betsy Ross, and this will start at $12 if anyone's interested in it. She's got her little tag on it. I'm going to set this back over here. All right, this here is a little necklace or a bracelet. And this has got the elephants with all the different rhinestones. Do I ever sleep? I do. Not a lot, but I do sleep. Like Becky has any room to talk. She doesn't get a lot of sleep herself. This one here is orange, green. So it's a light lime and then a more of an emerald green, orange. And what is that? Oh, this is your emerald right here on this. Where am I pointing? Right there. Right there's the emerald color. And that is a lighter green, more of an olive. Trying to see if there was a name on the tag, and there's not. It's a little heart. That's what it's showing right there. There's not a name on it. The bracelet itself is total of, I'm counting from the tip of the little heart stamp to the hook is 9.5. So, I'm checking this against my own wrist. I'm on to packing my suitcase and then bed. Good for you, Becky. That's good. You need to rest. You got a lot. I know you got to be tired from the weekend. All right, so you can make this just about whatever size you want it. So that's why I was checking it on my wrist. I have smaller wrists, so a lot of times regular jewelry doesn't fit mine. So this is a little big on me. So this particular necklace, I keep calling it a necklace, it's a bracelet. A bracelet. We'll start this at 10 for this one, for the elephant with the different rhinestones. They're pretty. It's silver. Silver elephants, and then you got your little rhinestones in the center. I'll start it at 10. That's a good price on that. Let's get the side here. All right, now this one, this is cute. This is another bracelet. This is the type you thread through there. I'm assuming. Nope. Now, let me show you. A lot of this is enameled. Ooh. And they glow like nobody's business, too. Wow. That's unbelievable. Let me see if I can show you the glow that I'm seeing. Oh. Well, I can see it, but I don't know if you're going to see it. But it's pretty. This one's got a lot of little charms on it. And almost every single piece on here that's enameled, all of it is enameled, definitely glows. But this is like a on the elephant bracelet. Okay, gotcha. See Miss Cindy at 10. There we go. Yeah, this one's got a lot of little charms all the way through it. Now, this is more of a, this would be a, let's see here. Let's see if I can put this on and show you what I'm talking about. Get in there. Okay. Because see, it's kind of big on me. See, I've got a lot of room in that. So somebody with a bigger wrist, bigger than a, let's say a 7.5, would be able to wear this quite comfortably. And this is just full of charms, little charms, and like one side will say gratitude, and then you have it's enameled on the other side. Up there. But all of these that are enameled, they all glow. So I don't know who made this, but it is a neat bracelet. All right, Miss Cindy. Thank you, dear. I will put you down for that one. This is Cindy's. I'm going to mark these as I go, because if not, I'm going to get them mixed up. Cindy, 10 for this one. All right, this particular one that off of there. All right, this one that's got all the charms, little charms on it, bracelet, and all of these that are enamel glow. Every one of them. I'm going to try to take a bigger one here. I think this one would be the biggest one. Now, let's see. Don't know if you can see that. Right there. You see the green? The way it's green like? The glowing green? That's what all of them are on there. It's like this. Oops. I'm trying to do it where you can see it. They glow. So this one we're going to start at, we'll start this one also at 10. You know, I don't know if, now somebody has this has got the Betsy Johnson little heart on it. Right there. But I don't know if somebody added that or if this is one of her bracelets. Could be. If it is, it's an older bracelet of hers that she's made. I don't know. But it's a nice bracelet. Got all these little charms on it. So I don't know if it is made by Betsy Johnson or if someone just put her tag on there. It has the butterflies. It has hearts. It has flowers. I'm trying to show you all of it here. Yeah, we'll just call it a charm bracelet because I'm not sure. One side says embrace life. And then it has that little heart. One says gratitude. I already told you that. And the other one says, well, it says gratitude also. And you got the butterfly. These are pretty. Is the ring that hooks the Betsy Johnson tag on the same as the charms or the same as a necklace? It is on, yeah, it's at the top here, like where the, that's what I'm wondering if, I'm not sure if somebody added that. You see, that's where it is. Here's where your first charm starts. This is the Betsy Johnson little heart right there. So I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know how to answer that if I'm just not sure. Not sure. It's more of where the rings are. So I'm wondering if it isn't Betsy Johnson. Just because of the location of this. Somebody could have actually put that on there too. So I don't want to call it that just in case. If I was a little more sure, I would, but I'm not. Yeah, it's an interesting how it was made. But it's cool. It's a cool piece. So this one starts at 10 if anyone's interested in it. And if not, we'll move on to the next one. This is another elephant. Elephants. And these are not marked. Here's what it kind of reminds you of something made in Turkey. That's what it looks like to me, anyhow. Here's the back of it. But I don't know that for a fact. I am guessing. Elephant drip. Oh, is that the way? Is that what it's called? We'll start this one at 8. Oh, it's a nice little bracelet. So we'll start this particular elephant at 8. All right. Now this last bracelet is beautiful. Just beautiful. So pretty. It's a pretty bracelet. Now this one we're going to start at 12. Let's see if I can. This is loaded with rhinestones. Like that in the center. And you've got tinier ones here. I'm going to double check. All of these are on here too. Yeah, it's there. All of them's there. That's that one. Look how them little things sparkle. And then you have these again, these type. This makes it stand out when it does that. This is another rhinestones. This is really pretty. It's got it's like a filigree style look is what it is. This has got a little weight to this. This is not no cheap little piece. This one isn't. This is. Let's see if I can give you a length on this one. This has 3 different holes you can put that little bar in. So this starts at, we're going to say right at 8.5 inches long. Okay, I see Cindy at 12. Now is that for, I'm assuming that's for this one, Cindy? Right? The one I'm showing now? Is that the last one we showed? Probably. Yep. Okay. So yes, I'm going to take that as. This is a nice bracelet. And you see, laying it across my wrist, I would have to put this in the, probably about the smallest, and then I'm going to have room in it. So this will fit a good size wrist. Yeah, but this is pretty. Whole entire thing. I just want to double check. Yeah, it's got all the rhinestones in it. It's not missing any. Yes, okay. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, this is pretty. This is a pretty one. You like things that sparkle, this is it. The only thing it needs really is a good cleaning. I can see there's some dirt, or not dirt, dust on it. Other than that, it's good. I like to know who made these, because I like the way they did them. This is the back side. Yeah, they're not marked. These aren't. But very nice. We can go ahead and count that down for Miss Cindy. If you would, Lucinda. That one's 10. This one is 12. So if anybody wants to bid now or forever hold your peace. This has got some really pretty rhinestones. Just the way they sparkle, they're gorgeous. And they're all there. I have checked and double checked to make sure nothing's missing. Nothing's missing on these. Every one of them's there. These are pretty. Very pretty. That's a nice little bracelet. Okay, I see going once, going twice. And sold to Miss Cindy. Thank you, Miss Cindy. Appreciate you. All right. Okay, let's see what else is in here. I have a lot of jewelry too that I need to go through. I could almost have a sale just in jewelry. This looks pretty. I don't know. I don't know who made it. Pretty nice. Oops. This is a little locket. Oh, hold on. I get it all tangled up here. I was looking to see if it had a name on it. The way this is, this would be this is the clasp. This unfolds, unpops. Oops, on this side actually. It unpops from here. I'm not going to do it just because I don't want to get this all tangled up again. But this is the locket that hangs in the center of this chain. And these are like 3 layers of chain of the locket. It's pretty cool. I have no idea who made it. But there is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 different chains from each side. So what I'm going to do, let's see. Let's do it like this. I'm going to show you. Can't show it to you like that. It's not going to. There. That's the 4 different chains. And they're all a little bit different. Maybe this one and then the third one over are the same type of chain. Then this one is kind of like the, well, I don't even know how to describe it. But anyhow, this is a locket chain. We'll take and start this at 15 if anyone's interested in it. It's pretty. I don't know who made it, but it is nice. And the locket is nice itself. It's got a pretty design on the outside of it. And you pop it open. And there you go. That's 15. I'm going to give you a total length on this. And, okay. Total length of this is 16. So 16 inches is the total length. Locket's probably about 2 inches. 2-inch locket, we'll say. But let me double check what I'm thinking. Let's see. All right, no, it's not 2 inches. 1.5 inches. 1.5 inch locket. So this will be 15. Well, now this one, the way it's cut, this has kind of got the gunmetal chain, gunmetal color, I should say. And I don't know who made it. It's not marked, but it's got all these faceted beads. And then here, this is rhinestones in the center of this, which is cool by itself. And they're proned, every one of them. And they're there. None's missing. Let me double check all of these. Nope. So you got that was the one I just checked, I think it is. Yeah. So they're all there. This is pretty. And it sparkles in the light just because of the faceted beads, the way that they're cut. This is kind of more of a choker style necklace, double necklace. The length of this one, we'll start this at 10 if anyone's interested in it. This is right at 8 inches long, so it'd be a 16 would be the drop on it. So yeah, depending whether or not it'd be more of a choker style. There you go. Get off of there. Yeah, that's pretty. It's black, white, and then you got your rhinestone little balls. And they're all the way around it. They're all proned, and they're all there. You've got one on this side, and you have 2 on this other, the longer piece. You got 2. So this starts at 10. Yeah. It's definitely a vintage piece. All right. So we've got through quite a bit of stuff. I have a lot more jewelry I could show you guys, but I'm not going to do it tonight just because I've already been on here 10. Well, how long? Lord, I've been on here 9 to 10, 11, 12, 3 hours I've been on. Of course, I know I talked a lot at the beginning. Is it glass or plastic? The, let me grab it here. Some of it's plastic. I think the faceted beads, all the faceted beads are plastic. Yeah, 3 hours. I didn't realize I'd been on here 3 hours. I was going to shoot for the 2-hour mark, but you see that didn't work. And on the rhinestones, I do believe they're, of course, glass. They're all pruned. So I do believe these are no wonder I'm sleepy. Well, you did do 2 hours. This is true. I talked for probably an hour. I don't know if I talked an hour or not. It started at 9. I know I talked for probably a good 30 minutes though, at least, if not 40. So we will stop for tonight. And I want to thank everybody. Plus 1. 2 hours plus 1. That's right. I want to thank all of y'all for coming tonight. I appreciate it. And Becky, you have a safe trip, you and your husband. Enjoy yourself as much as possible. Hopefully you won't work too awful hard. I know you will. I even know I'm saying that, but try not to. Try not to work too hard. But be safe is the most important thing. I thank everybody for coming. And y'all have a good week. And I'll be talking to you, I'm sure, in the chats. Hopefully I can get in the chat somewhat. Becky, mwah. Be safe, girl. Yep, you have fun. Yes. Well, thank you, Miss Lucinda. I appreciate you modding for me tonight. You didn't make any mistakes. Don't worry about it. Girl, you did great. Oh, thank you, hon. I'm glad that you are here on Sunday nights. I appreciate all of you coming. Really. Even if it's just to sit and listen or just to talk, it's fine with me too. So I will be trying to talk with everyone, hopefully in the chats. If I get a chance to get in there, I don't get a whole lot of chance during the week. Bye, Miss Cindy. Good night. Yep. See you soon, Miss Becky. All right. Good night, everyone.